All right, good morning. Welcome to 5 Minutes More with Pastor. It is Thursday, November 19th. So, weather report, not Oregon. It is still Oregon, but it's actually blue skies with a couple sparse clouds in there. It looks like a nice morning. Maybe if you want to get outside for a little bit, breathe some nice, cool, fresh air. Today's a good day to do it. And I hope your Thursday is going well. And whatever you got going on, that you honor the Lord with it. I want to share something with you from Proverbs 23 and verse 7. I think is really, really important. It's really important all the time, but man, especially in the current times and places and circumstances. Proverbs 23 and verse 7 says, "For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with him." We know that first section says, "For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he." I believe with all my heart that in order to live right, we have to think right. The Bible tells us in the book of Philippians, it says, "Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus." And so the New Testament tells us that how important it is for us to have our mind correct, our thinking correct. We're told to be renewed in our mind. In essence, what we think is really who we are. And so we need to regularly be asking ourselves, what am I thinking? Because that's going to, what you allow to go into your mind is going to work its way into your heart, and it's going to work its way out in your actions, and it's going to be reflected in what you do. I think about the Old Testament story of when God was sending Israel to take over the promised land. And before they did that, they sent out 12 spies to go spy on Canaan. And 10 of them came back and said, "No way, those people are too big. It's too hard. We know what we saw." And so what happened? Those people cowered. There were two. There were two guys, Joshua and Caleb, that said, "No, no, no, no. Let's not forget. Our minds need to be set on the faithfulness of God. Our minds don't need to be set on how big they are, or how strong they are, or how impenetrable they may seem." They understood that when God said go, that the obstacles were irrelevant. It didn't matter how big they were. It didn't matter how strong they were. They understood that keeping their minds set on God's faithfulness, not on the obstacle ahead, what was important. And so they understood that even then, if their mind was set on God's faithfulness, that even the impossible or the unlikely from a human standpoint, uh, God could still accomplish his purpose with little old Israel. And he has time and time and time and time again. But what happened is there were a large portion of people who let their minds get distracted from God's faithfulness uh, onto the enemy in front of them that seemed so overwhelming. And can I tell you something right now? With people being home more, with all the different things going on in the world right now, and even in our own state right now, there's so many things that can take our focus and our mind off of the Lord. And we need to be careful about that. We need to be careful to always remember that there's nothing out there that's going to supersede the faithfulness and the plan of God. Somebody, a wise person, has one time said this, and you've probably heard somebody say it before to you as well. Watch your thoughts because they become words. Watch your words because they become actions. Watch your actions because they become habits. Watch your habits because they become character. Watch your character because it becomes your destiny. Again, that starts with watching your thoughts. Watch your thoughts. Let me just encourage you again. Proverbs 23 and verse 7 says, "For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he." Can I encourage you today? Guard your mind, fill it with God and his word, fill it with encouragements from his word, fill it with truths of his promises, fill it with prayer to him, fill it with things that would renew your mind, not things that would distract you from the truth and reality of who he is and what he wants to do in your life. And I know that'll be a blessing to you and honoring to the Lord. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.